Hey, this is Alex Kirstein. I'm in California to drive two new BMWs and a new version of the Mini. You can read the first drive review of each of these, but I wanted to take a minute to tell you a little bit about the location that we were driving in. So we start out in LA in the Koreatown neighborhood, and we were staying at this funky little hotel called The Line. Now, this hotel had a great view of the city. My room had a view of the Hollywood sign. The weather was nice enough that we could have our press conference right down by the pool. So as you probably know, the Mini Convertible is new, but the Mini Hardtop has been out for a little while. This is the first time we've been able to drive the Mini Convertible. They had a bunch of testers there, and almost all of them were this sort of gray color. It was a little boring, but they also had a blue color there with the hood stripes, and I really liked that one. There was something like 40 of us journalists there to drive the car, so we grabbed a drive partner, grabbed a car, and headed up into the hills near Malibu to test out the cars, stop and take some photos, and enjoy the scenery. The weather was completely perfect. I mean, mid-80s, unseasonably warm, light breeze. It was perfect convertible weather. After cruising the canyons for a while, we ended up at the beach at this restaurant called the Sunset. It was great down there. I mean, it was really warm. Again, a little bit of a breeze. It was a little cooler by the water. There were even some surfers in the waves trying to catch some action, but the waves weren't so great, so they were being a little optimistic. We also saw a lot of cool classic cars cruise by. The only one I could catch on video was this amazing restored Volkswagen bus. After lunch, we switched out of the gray convertible and sort of made our way to LA, on Highway 1 right by the coast. Totally gorgeous, didn't get a lot of traffic. And before heading to the airport, because the next part was going to be up in Northern California, we stopped at this old converted smog shop that was called the Smog Shop. It was like an event space. We had some refreshments and some snacks, and Mini had actually brought the three previous generations of Mini Convertible, and they were sort of sitting there for us to look at, the original, and then two of the new Minis. That evening, we hopped on a charter plane out of LAX, and we headed up to the Monterey Regional Airport. We stayed at this resort up in the hills called the Carmel Valley Ranch. It was really nice. The next morning, we hopped on a couple of charter buses and headed over to the Raceway, Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, which is only a few minutes away from the resort. And we were there to do three things. We were driving the M2 dual clutch on the track in like a lead follow session behind some instructors. We were going to drive the M2 manual version on the street. Also, we were driving the X4 M40i on the street. So the on-track portion was great. I always enjoy having some time at Laguna Seca. It's one of my favorite tracks to drive. And the street portion was pretty nice too. The roads above Laguna Seca are really great. When we had the manual M2, we actually decided to head down the coast and see if we could get some good shots by the water. It's gorgeous down there, and we just beat the fog and got a few sunny shots. It was really worth the drive. So as you can probably tell, it was a packed couple of days. We did a lot, drove a lot of different cars, but it was really enjoyable. And it was really nice to be out of the snow in Michigan, visiting sunny California. I encourage you to go read the first drive review of the M2. I really liked it. I thought it was a really amazing car. Definitely worth a read. For Autoblog, I'm Alex Kirstein.